After working in healthcare during challenging times, our next guest decided to take the leap and open up her own business that specializes in self-care services in hopes to empower her local community members. Here to tell us more is the founder and style consultant of CapeQueen Cosmetics and Salon, Julie Persons. Julie, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Olivia.
Yeah, really excited to talk about your journey, all the amazing things you're doing in the community. But before we get started, I feel like I have to acknowledge to all of our viewers that we are literally dressed the same today. This was not planned, everybody.
Meant to be.
It was meant to be. So, Miss Julie, tell me about your journey, especially concerning, you know, the medical field and what inspired you to open up your own salon and empower the community.
Sure, absolutely. So as we all know, the medical field is driven on care, right? So it's already in me to care for people. And so I feel like I've been able to this year transition into a passion of mine that I've had ever since I was younger. I've been a licensed cosmetologist since 2010, and I thought, you know what, why not combine the two? I can take this care outside of medical and bring it out to the community a little bit more through my salon. So.
Wow, it's amazing too when your passion and your purpose kind of collide like that.
That's right.
And it sounds like that's exactly what happened to you.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh my God. So at what moment did you realize I want to take a step further into this self-care and help the community?
Sure, absolutely. So it wasn't until I opened up my salon this year in February in 2023.
Congrats.
It was my clients. It was my clients. It was the feedback. They would come to me and they would ask me questions, and the passion of facilitation, the passion to care came out. And I said, you know, I'm giving these one-on-one, I'm giving these consultations, and it was the gratitude that I received from my clients that I was just like, there's something bigger to this. I had conversations with family members, my sister-in-law who has supported me, and I brought it to my clients and I said, what do you guys think about this? And they said, do it. You know, you have helped us. You have helped us so much, not just coming to the salon to get care, but we know how to care for ourselves at home, which is very important. And so I said, okay, this is much bigger. So I decided to hold my first hair care clinic in Richmond, California. My heart and passion is with Richmond, California. I have family and friends from there. And so I said, let's start here where there may be a lack of resources, right? A lack of education. And maybe I can share my experience. Ever since I was a kid, I lacked tools and resources and proper hair care. So maybe I can share that with this same community. And so that's what I did, and it worked out well.
Wow. I love this story too. It's so inspiring, and I love how you went back to your roots in Richmond and you want to really care for that community that's done so much for you even. So what are some of the personal care, self-care things that you have given to the community through your salon and other services?
Absolutely. So the number one thing for me, which I felt is, it's a power in a sense, is loving your natural hair. Don't get me wrong, I'm a stylist. I am all for the extensions and clearly the color.
Yes, love it.
I'm all for like the braids and the designs, as you can see. But I want you to feel good about yourself when you take it all off at the end of the day. Or maybe you can't get a hold of those accessories, right? What can I do to feel good with my natural hair? And that was the number one thing that I focused on. And a lot of us, you'd be surprised. I mean, you may see nice designs and, you know, people well put together, but a lot of times when it comes all off, we don't know what to do, right? And so that's where I come in and I educate. And I think it's very important for you to start young. Get those tools, get those resources, feel confident while you're young, because you're only gonna grow as you get older, and you're only gonna get more confident, and then you'll share that confidence with another person. And that's what I'm trying to do. Share it with one, they share it with another, and then it will be this wonderful domino effect in the communities.
Yes, and you did mention your hair care clinic that you had take place in Richmond.
Yes.
Which it sounds like you were doing a lot of self-care there.
Yes.
Tell me about that clinic and how it went.
Yes, so it was amazing. I got the opportunity to partner with a nonprofit local organization called Bay Area Girls Club, and the room was filled with joy. We got doll heads, we got combs, brushes, we had a master stylist, Vonda, and then we also had a plant-based nutrition specialist, Stephanie Nelson, and then we had Salon Centric.
Wow.
Salon Centric, they love the idea. They've now partnered with me on upcoming events, and so they were able to come, and we gave education on ingredients in the products. We gave education on how to properly shampoo, condition the hair, and style the hair to avoid breakage and dry hair. So
amazing. And what kind of really reception from the community did you receive when it came to the clinic?
I have, you know, see, like now, okay, I'm not going to get all emotional. We're all live on TV.
Don't cry.
But I'm going to tell you, this is the first time in my entire life that I have felt so purposeful. Like, I feel like this is my purpose. This is where I needed to be. It was when the children came and gave me a hug. And they said, thank you. And then a few days later, I ran into one of my clients, and the mom said, look. She said she's taking care of her curls, and I saw her and I said, oh my gosh, so I had to take a picture with her. You'll see it on my Instagram, but I gave a whole spiel on just a full circle just to see the effects, the positive impact in just a few days after the hair care clinic. I was like, there's something to this, and I want to keep going.
Domino effect that you were
It's the
talking
domino
about.
effect. There's something to this, and I want to keep going. It's been my passion for so long in care. I just didn't know that it was going to transform into this, and now it's this beautiful thing. Yeah.
Well, speaking of keeping things going, now what are you doing within the community? How can people still participate in some of these hair care clinics that you have coming up?
Yeah, sure. So I actually have another event, and this one's called braiding.
Okay.
So now we're going to get into the fun expression using hairstyles and braids to express your creativity. That will be happening on December 16th, 2023. Salon Centric is also partnering with me on that. That will happen in Walnut Creek, and it is open to the community. It is just a wonderful opportunity for kids to learn this new way how to express themselves, but also how to like build their own business if they want to do this in the future, you know, or feel independent and empowered that they can do their own hair and get creative. So yeah, that's coming soon.
That's coming soon. December is right around the corner.
Yeah.
And I have one more question for you, Julie, before I let you go.
Okay.
Personally, what has this journey of self-care for others meant to you and just being able to help others in the community?
Absolutely. So it is one of the things that I just feel that it was so needed. And I know that we hear this word of self-care, right? And some people look at it as cliche. Like, oh, I hear self-care this, self-care that. But the thing about it is that when you have these clients come and sit in your chair, and they express themselves and they pour out their emotions on how they just want to feel beautiful or they just want to feel free, right? And you say, I can help you with that. I can do this. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to just do it for you. I'm going to show you how to do it. It is them being able to go home and feel empowered to do it themselves, not just go to the salon. It's that self-care right there. It's that knowing, having the education, I can do this and I can feel beautiful. Maybe I don't have the money this week, but I got this. I can do this. This is me.
Like, I can do this.
So it's not just me. It's just the empowerment. It's them feeling empowered and knowing that they can too, and they can feel beautiful too. And it doesn't take an expert to do it, right?
Absolutely.
Anybody in the community can do it. And that's what I feel is gives the biggest amazing thing back to the community. Yeah.
Well, you're doing some amazing things, and we do appreciate you coming on the show and sharing that with us today. So thank you, Julie. Thank you for doing it. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Olivia.
Of course.